Hello. So, I decided to make this little collection video because this whole pandemic thing has gotten me a little stir crazy. So why not waste some time showing you guys what I do and what I collect. As you can see, I am limited in spacing. Some of these guys are a little too close, not adhering to the 1 meter distance. But I do what I can. So I propped these 3 detolfs on a I don't even know how to say it, a Fijablo steel cabinet thing. Because I don't want to prop these guys up on a Kallax or whatever those things are called. Because although these details are minimal and they don't require a lot of effort to make, they are heavy because these are glass. So it's best to secure them as best I can, and I think I may do. Because these things, they do sway. I don't know. Over time, they as you can see, they don't really line up properly. Am I the only one that has that problem? I followed the instructions, but they seem to not align. Some are more forward than others, some are more to the left. But knowing that it's on this sturdy metal shelf thing, TV cabinet, I guess, I can rest assured that it's secure. Don't lose sleep over them. So let's go through this one by one. Womp. And the very first shelf we're gonna go through is my little Star Wars collection. I'm not into Star Wars that much. I think it's alright. I'm not really a diehard fan, fake fan if you wish. If you go to the back left, we have a Battlefront Jet Trooper. I got this guy because of the weathering he has, because he's not so shiny. He does have some little detail here and there which just adds to the figure. And he does come with a jetpack. Oddly enough, he's my first stormtrooper I ever got. I just wanted to see what the big deal was, and yeah, you prop this guy on a flight stand, he will look awesome. Next is the infamous Commander Cody. God, look at that detail. Sorry for the blur and in and out and the weird light fixes. I'm trying to see what my little phone can do recording video. Then we have the Remnant Trooper from the Mandalorian, which for some reason has risen in price. I really bought this just for shits and gigs because he was pretty cheap at the store I got him at, and he looked pretty unique to me. I added some pouches to him just for fun. I'm probably gonna take him out later. Then we have Rey from the Force Awakens. This is the only hot toy from that trilogy I'm ever gonna get. One, because she was pretty negotiable in price. The person I got him for gave him a good deal for this. And truth be told, I liked the character in the first half of the movie of Force Awakens. She was very endearing. You could see how she lived and all that. The only part you see her struggle in the trilogy. For real. After that, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna go into it because you've all heard it all before. She was a good character, but I don't know why they wrote her like that. But the figure, because she comes with all this stuff. Goggles, staff, backpack, pistol, lightsaber, and she also comes with the BB-8, which also comes with this little hand and little drawer thing, which I just stuck on there. Then we have this big guy. This guy is, I didn't realize how tall he was when I first got him. This is the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back one. Darth Vader. Now I stayed away from this guy for a while because of the material he has. I sweat whenever I see a figure has these types of material, these pleather-like things, these plastic materials. Because I live in a very humid country, and I have to maintain this room at a certain temperature to avoid that peeling that will happen. And if you guys know and have seen figures suffer from that, it breaks your heart when you see it, because there is no fixing it once you see it. Once it starts peeling, oh boy, you either have to buy a new one or start crying. You probably be doing both. So yeah, this is the first shelf. Not bad, I guess. Truth be told, I only started collecting hot toys last year. Around, let's say, September last year I started. Then we go to the second Star Wars shelf. The Mandies, the Mandos. So, first off, we have what people call the OG Mando. Let's try to fix the lighting a bit. Does that help? This phone's a bit finicky. Focus is there, I guess. So I have him in a little tracking pose, like he has his fob. He's trying to track his next bounty. There we go, it's focused. Trying to collect his next meal ticket. There we go. So there's his fob. It's pretty hard recording on this thing. Sorry guys. There we go. Then we have the Grogu, which I'm a little annoyed at that this guy had to come with the Beskar one. I don't know why they didn't include him in the first release of the figure. Then we have the Beskar version. Oh man, this guy. I've waited for so long for him. I still can't believe I have him, because the price on him here where I live in my country, it's insane. It's unforgivable how people price these guys, especially him, the hype. So I paid a stupid amount for him. But you know what? I think it was worth it. Seeing what he came with, seeing how good he looks. And people keep telling us, yeah, there's gonna be a third release. Of course there's gonna be a third release. It's gonna be a fourth release, a fifth, a sixth. As long as the show keeps going, these guys are gonna be popping out. They're gonna milk this for what it's worth. But I had to have this particular one, because it comes with all these neat little accessories, and him with the pod. Spoiler alert, if you guys don't know, in the second season, this pod is destroyed. So any other releases, that you will no longer get this pod unless, well, you know, why would you? Because Grogu is no longer hanging out with him anymore. So the only way to get Grogu and the pod is with this Beskar one, which I paid way too much for. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of gritting my teeth. But he's here, safe and sound. Then we have the Boba Fett Kenner colored one. I got this guy just as a whim. I didn't really think about it. This guy sold it to me. He says, "Hey, you interested?" I'm like, "Yeah, those colors are pretty weird. How much?" Next day, I dumped them on the shelf, and there we go. But he does look good. Very pop art looking kind of Boba Fett. Then we have, this isn't really a hot toy, this is from ThreeA, Ashley Wood. This is the, what you call it, the Lastronaut. Very rare to get. I still can't believe I have her. She's a designer figure. Unfortunately, like I said before, she's suffering from that peelage. If you can see, like it's starting to crack on her arm. There we go. So if I move this arm, if I bend it any way, that stuff will start falling off. So she will be in this pose for the rest of her life. I only placed her here to make a space filler. I have the Heavy and the IG coming in, so I'm gonna throw them in here once they come. But she's just filling out the space a bit, so she's not so lonely. Or they're not so lonely. Then we have the Trooper head that comes with the OG, and this is a random backpack I got. I just placed it there because I want to cover this light. I don't like seeing the light there. Okay. 10 minutes in, guys. Phone is feeling a little hot. Then we have this shelf, the Joker Johnny Depp shelf. Don't ask. It just happened to be like this. This wasn't planned at all. We have a little pan here. So first off, we go with this guy, the McDonald's looking Joker. I got this guy as for fun, but once I got him, let's see if I can focus a bit more. There we go. This is from Fire Toys, I think, a third party, of course. But as you can see, the detail is great. For a third party, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see if I can fix lighting. There we go. Then we have the Arkham Joker. The seller was getting rid of his collection, so got him at a way below market price. I mean, his suit is a bit tattered. You can't really see on camera, but there is some little... It looks a bit faded than it should look, but that's okay. It adds to the detail, I guess. Then we have the police one, the disguise. This one came with a 2-pack with the DX. I want to say DX10, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. So you have the Heath Ledger head sculpt. I think this is the only Heath Ledger head sculpt that's not having any makeup Hot Toys ever made. Comes with a gun, a uniform. Then we have the Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean. I like this one the most compared to the rooted hair one, because the rooted hair one looks hella weird to me. Let's see if I can focus. I mean, the face sculpt is still good. You can move his eyes. You have him in a certain angle, then you could see the Johnny Depp. I really prefer this one because the rooted hair one is really messy. But it's a trade-off because the one with the rooted hair has the ultimate Jack Sparrow head sculpt, because that head sculpt is insane. So I tied the black pearl on his waist. I loaded this guy up. I put everything on him. Everything he came with, I slapped it on him. Yeah, for me this is the Jack Sparrow. This is the Jack Sparrow. So next one is a Sweeney Todd. Another guy trying to get rid of his collection. So I got this for, if I were to convert it, focus. If I were to convert this guy in dollars, I got him for $50. Is that expensive? I don't know. Compared to what you guys see. So I have him holding his little shaving razor blades, like he's checking the sharpness. Man, my arms are tired. Then we have his shaving bowl, shaving brush, ready to shave. We'll kill some folks. Depends on his mood, I guess. Then we have this, the first iteration of the Heath Ledger Joker. Oh, I forgot the DX name, sorry. But this is the first one. This one is rare. Like stupid rare. Let's see if I fix the lighting, is that better? Like he is stupid rare. I mean, I came across him in a listing at my local, it's like a eBay for my country. And I just gave him an offer and he said, yeah, sure. Let's meet up. Give me the money. You get the figure. I'm like, here's the money. He's like, okay, here's the figure. I'm like, thanks, bye. That's how easy deal should be. So this guy came with this guy. So it's a 2-pack kind of deal. You can move his eyes. He's loaded with accessories like the grenades, the gun. There's other stuff too, but it's in a box. Then we have the coveted, well, I don't know if it's coveted now, seeing how Hot Toys are re-releasing things. The DX11. This was the grail for a lot of people. A lot of people. And I got him for a stupid low price. He comes with so much stuff, like these cards, a table, a knife, pencil, dollar bills. He comes with a lot. I've never seen another listing for him ever since I got him. And even if I do, it'll be in such a stupid price. But I don't know if those prices will go down. Because Hot Toys will re-release them. You have to wait. They're already re-releasing the Batman, the Nolan Batman. That's already on pre-order. So nuts to butts, they're going to re-release this one, and it's going to be 100 times better from this guy and this guy. So if I were to convert him, how much I got him if you guys are interested? It's about $300 I got him. Full set, nothing missing. The only bad thing was the box was all torn up, but everything was there. Like his shoes are not falling apart like most people have them. No stain, no rips, no loose thread. So yeah. Then we have Tonto. I got this guy for fun. Nobody likes, unfortunately, nobody likes this guy. But you know, he's a good shelf. What do you call him? He fills out the shelf if you have space. If you have space in your shelf and you need something to fill it up, he is a good shelf filler. So he's holding the gun, trying to maybe give it back to the Lone Ranger. This thing I added on him, he doesn't come with this. There's a piece of jewelry that fell off and I just stuck it on him. So yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, he does look good, but that rooted hair, man. Oh man. When I got him, I tried to comb it a bit, trying to clean it up. So much fell off. So much fell off that I decided not to touch it anymore. It was like a hairball that came out of him, so I'm not touching him anymore, more than I should. Here is where he will stand. And that's the weird Joker, Johnny Depp shelf. Then for the final shelf, let's see if it's a bit right. There we go. We have the Subject Delta from 3A. Crazy detail. You may look it, but this guy is actually really light. He's not heavy at all. And he comes with a little sister right here. Let's brighten you up a bit. Here we go. And with the deluxe, you get the little teddy bear, Big Daddy thing. So this guy was on sale. I just got him because he was such a low price. Nobody was buying him. They said it was a defect because the little sister, if you can see, that she has a little nick on her nose. And for some reason, the store that sold her knocked off a few $100. So I was like, alright, I'm in. Gimme. Then we have Legion from Mass Effect 2 or 3. He stays the same throughout the 2 games. This guy, I don't know. He looks cool from afar, like from here. He looks awesome. But when you look close, you see the detail kind of falls apart. Like you could see his pegs. I hate seeing pegs. And for some reason the pegs on him are green. And I tried my best to hide them. Like look at that. And his rubber bits, I don't know, I can't pose him at all. He's like this. You can't pose this guy in any dynamic form. He's like this. He just stands there and be Legion. And this guy's unique to me because he's based off an artist depiction. I didn't put any research onto this guy. I saw him like he looks funny. But this is all cloth, all stitched up. I mean, the detail is there. Look at his tiny hands. Look at his big old eye. Because I like space stuff. Like sci-fi looking artist renditions. And then he has a little toolbox, a little glue or whatever. Juice box. So I put him on his stand to make him look like he's floating in space. Then we have this Gorillas Vinyo figure. His eyes actually light up, but I took the batteries out. All my figures, I take the batteries out. But they do light up and pretty bright. Got this for a stupid price as well. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. Getting things for stupid prices. So that's the bottommost shelf. It's a bit random, but I have no place to put these guys in. One last pan on the first shelf. Alright, let's keep it going. Maybe I'll just... Ooh. Creaky knees. Like this. You see this? It won't close. I don't know if I built it wrong, but it will not close. I have to actually force it in. Anybody else have that problem? There you go. Alright, so this one comes out nice. Ooh, here we go. And this is my very small Ironman. You gotta have Ironman when you're collecting hot toys, unfortunately. I fell in the hole and I'm never gonna come out. Can't come out. Don't want to come out. Let me try and attempt to name these guys. So here you have the Mark. Oh god. I want to say 50. Okay, fine, let's go 50. I'm in a museum pose. Because again, space, don't have it. And this is a 3A rendition of an Ironman, like very old school looking. Unfortunately, this is an old figure, and humidity equals, as you can see, if you could see, that his plastic parts are starting to tear a bit. There we go. Like it's tearing. I'm not touching this anymore. It's all sticky. I cleaned it up as best as I can. Focus. There we go. But, you know, unless I have a contact of someone who knows to fix these things, I'm not touching that guy any more than I should. Then we have the Mark 7 from the first Avengers film. Wow. If there's a battle damage option for these guys, I always opt for the battle damage look because it just adds more to the detail of the figure. Look how bulky this guy is. This is, if you must know, this is my favorite of all Iron Man suits, the Mark 7. Because he's just bulky. He's built like a tank and he could take hits. Understand like the evolution from bulky to more streamlined. It had to happen. But, you know, the way this guy looks, it's like he could take a lot of hits, not go down. Then we have the very coveted Mark 6. Second favorite. All die-cast. I mean, all these guys are die-cast. Except for that guy. That guy's all plastic. And melting plastic as well. So I have this guy all kitted out with his rockets. His little battle damage chest. And this guy is the first Iron Man I got. The very first. I want to say it's, I don't know, I forgot his name. It's from Homecoming. When I got this guy in hand, he looked like a supercar, like, because he was shiny. This guy is decked out. Like the color scheme is unique as well. Like no Iron Man looks like him. There's no Iron Man that has gray silver parts covering mostly like what 60% of the body, because all of them are mostly red and gold. So this guy sticks out a lot. So if you're collecting Iron Man, this is like a must-have. This is the reissue one because I didn't know how much price-wise Iron Man gets, because I'm still a newbie still now. But when I read the reviews and all that, I heard that some of these go like for thousands of dollars back in the day. Not anymore because the reissue. I mean, thank God for that. He's so shiny. Shiny boy. Oh, I could get really close. So I'm waiting for the Mark 85 one right now. The target for Iron Man for me is Mark 2, Mark 3, and Mark 45. And that's it, I'm done. I'll be Iron Man out after that. Alright, second shelf. Now this is a weird hodgepodge of stuff. So let's go to the back row first. So first we have the War Machine Mark 1. This guy is a beast. This guy is heavy. Let's see if I can get in close. This guy is legit. Super rare now. I don't know if they will reissue him. I hope they don't reissue him because I pay a stupid amount for him. Makes me want to cry knowing how much I spent on this guy. I am not a smart collector. But there he is. And we have I want to say the first Ultron. Because this is the first iteration of Ultron when he came out. Before he built his little suit. Then we have this guy, one of those security bots from the movie Age of Ultron. I got him for super cheap, and the reason I got him because I got this guy. So I just want to see from this to this, from this to this, from that to this. No. Then I have my little Guardians 2 crew. So I'll start with Nebula, I guess. So there's Nebula. Again, I was very hesitant in getting Nebula because of this material, this pleather material. It's very scary if you do not know how to take care of this stuff. Because this stuff, if you don't keep it in a certain environment, this will peel. This will destroy the figure. So you gotta know how to really care for these types of ones with the pleather costumes. But, I'm an idiot, so I got her anyways. We'll cross that bridge when it gets there. There we go. Sorry for the weird changes in light. I'm still trying to figure this out. And we have the Gamoras. I'm on the fence with her though, honestly. I only got her because I needed to pair it up with Nebula. But her face sculpt is a bit like 1,000-yard stare kind of thing. Like there's no really There's no real character in her face sculpt. It's just like, dude, what? Face sculpt is great. If in certain angles you could see the actress, certain angles, but when you have it full on like this, I don't know. It's just. It says, huh? You talking to me? What? But I bought her. And the thing is, she looks the same in both Guardians 2 and Infinity War. She has the same costume. I might be wrong, but... So a lot of people, this is like a one-off figure. For 2 movies in one. Oh, then we have the ultimate Yondu. Look at that face. You cannot get a perfect head sculpt. This guy went up in price so fast after Guardians 2. But I was able to find a seller. Begged him. Well, not begged, but worked with him on the price. It wasn't a great price, I'm gonna tell you guys that. But after 2 payments, I got him. So the fact that I had to make 2 payments really tells you how much, how expensive he's gotten. And if you guys have a chance to get him, then get him. Do not hesitate. Cause that face sculpt, and the movie really showed how the character of Yondu. Like he wasn't just some guy trying to be rich, killing people. He had heart. Although it might have been misplaced, he had heart. So that's why I got him, because of the character. Yeah, Star-Lord. Star-Lord for me as a character is okay. Yeah, smart aleck, smart mouth, fine. That's why I put the face mask on him. Because the head sculpt was a little weird for me. This guy has 2 necklaces. When I say weird, I mean like, if you guys have this is the Guardians 2 version, deluxe. If you guys have the head sculpt, it didn't really look like Chris Pratt. It looked like a more bloated Chris Pratt at some angles, because his cheeks are like a little wide for me, my opinion. I could be wrong, but then we have his little Walkman. I think I'll change into a trench coat later, because this jacket makes him look a little, he looks like he has a little belly. He's a big boy. So I may need to change it later, because I have the trench coat, the Ravager trench coat for this guy. So this is my little Guardians. This isn't really Guardians 2 Nebula, but she does wear the same thing in the movie. This is actually I want to say Endgame one. But she does wear the same uniform, which I think is, now that I think of it, it's pretty weird. She never really changed clothes in 3 movies. I could be wrong again. Tell me about my little goodies. Let's see if I can make it brighter. Here we go. So this guy came with Star-Lord. This guy came with Yondu. This guy came with Gamora. I think as for Guardians goes, I think this is it for me. I mean, if they come up with a Mantis, nah. I mean, I didn't even get Rocket, because that should not constitute as its own figure because of how small he is. He should be an accessory or a companion piece, because they charge him like full Hot Toy price for the size, and he doesn't really come with much. Even with the deluxe, he comes with a big gun, and that's about it. So I'm not interested in Rocket, and he looks like a plastic toy. Well, what am I talking about? These are all plastic toys, but he really looks like a plastic toy. Because he's a raccoon. He's supposed to be furry, but sculpting a furry thing is a bit hard. And from the reviews I saw, his articulation is a bit limited. He can't really do much. And I heard you might end up taking out his arm or breaking stuff, so I don't know. If I come across him decent price, maybe I'll get him just to fill out, because I do have some space on the bottom. So this is my little hodgepodge second shelf. Let's see if I can focus a bit more. 38 minutes. Oof, my arms are killing me. Okay, this is no longer Hot Toys. We're going to the 3A figures. Ashley Wood stuff. So these are like small 1/12 figures. Let's see. Now, I do not know the history or the story for these guys. They just look cool. And I just got them because they look cool. I know this guy is Jesus. Like Jesus, the Jesus. I don't know the story. Apparently he punches zombies or something. But you know, I got these guys. Like, I didn't get them I'm not actively looking for them and buying them all up. Like these are guys, if I come across them, I'll get them. And these guys are pretty hard to get where I live. Especially this guy. This guy is stupid expensive in some areas. But unfortunately, if you guys can see, the leather is peeling. The leather is peeling. It's not leather, sorry. But it's peeling. The guy I bought it from did not take care of this guy. He told me he just bought it and chucked it in the closet and that was it. So you know, good job on that. But because of that, because I pointed out how much damage how much damage this guy had, I got him for a good price. So you win some of the times. But yeah, that's what happens with some Hot Toys. The leather just peels off. And once that happens, man, if your figure is expensive and that happens, you have my sympathies, friend. I don't know, these guys are just fun. They're just fun to look at. They're fun to pose. And for their size, you can pull off some dynamic poses with these guys. Again, I like, if I could tell you more about them, I would, but I really don't know, like, what's the story for them. I know this guy's Judge Dredd. I got him with the bike. Again, because I got him at a stupid low price. And this guy is the first 3A figure I ever got. This tiny yellow guy is the first guy I got. I mean, if you're not familiar with Ashley Wood's art, he did some Metal Gear Solid covers for the PS2, PS1, I guess, the watercolor looking ones. His art is something else. It's very unique. Like, once you see it, you know he did it. You know it was his style. There's no one else that paints like him. I want to say his art is like very chaotic mess, very simplified chaotic. Like, it's not very detailed, but at the same time it is detailed. I might be rambling, but I don't know, take a look at 3A Ashley Wood. Just Google that and you'll see. Okay, then we go to this shelf. This random shelf. It's always the bottom one that's random. So, this is the first Deadpool. From Deadpool 1. Now, I got this guy. If I were to convert it again, I got this guy for $40 complete. But the problem is, as you can see, his stuff is peeling. It's not appealing, but it's peeling. So, as you can see, like, let's see, you can see that, oh god. His suit under this jersey is completely gone. Like, it is peeling. So I just stuck the jersey from Deadpool 2 and just covered it up. And he's missing his knee pads, like that, those things peel off. They just fall off. The glue they used, they just fell off. And the seller said he couldn't find them, it was gone forever. Like, okay. I'll take them off your hands, I'll save them. Then, see? That stuff ain't funny, man. I think Hot Toys fix this type of issues. But then again, it's not an easy issue to fix. Unless they went all leather. So this guy's pretty messed up. Like every time I move him, there'll be like little flakes here and there on the floor. So I have to just brush it off. But as long as I don't move him, he looks okay. Then we have this guy. This guy is from a comic called Glitch. I don't know what the comic is about, but it has some Greek gods in it because this guy is called Seraphim. I'm guessing he's an angel of some sort, but I got him because of how unique he looked. I don't usually just randomly buy this stuff because Glitch figures go for a lot of money. I only got this guy because he looks unique from the rest of what they had. Oh dear, 45 minutes. This is quite a workout. I stuck some grenades just for fun, just to fill out, because his pants are pretty bare. No details, I just add some stuff. But yeah, he looks like a rabbit or something, like a rabbit moth. But yeah, I got him because of that unique look he had. It's called Glitch. Look for Seraphim. I can't tell you any more than that. And this guy, dear Lord, this guy. This guy's from WOAH Toys, WOAH, WOAH Toys, World of Order, War of Order. There we go. You can see that. So he's like some kind of mech samurai thing. Look at that detail. Yeah, I was supposed to stick these swords under this ribbon belt thing he has, but it will not stay. So you know those wires you get when you buy NECA toys? They have these wires that secures them to the package. Always save those and store them somewhere, because I use those to basically put weapons on figures. Like these flags, there's no portholes for these flags on his back. They are literally being tied by that one twisty tie over there. So this is War of Order, I think. Can't tell you any more than that, sorry. But he looks sweet, look at those foots. Those shins. Then we have this guy. I honestly don't know why I bought him. And if my wife heard me say that, she's gonna kill me. But he had like a Darth Vader type street concept looking figure. It came with the same company that made this guy. What I've seen that there are three versions of these guys. There's a red, black, and white one. I opted for the red one because it was more striking in color. Black and white is always boring to me. So you can see. Sorry, I can't get any closer than that. But yeah, same articulation as any other hot toy. And this is Deadpool from Deadpool 2. Again, got him for a stupid price. This guy's leather, as you can see, is all intact. That was the first thing I looked for when I was dealing with the guy to buy him. I opened him up, took him out, and looked at all the leathery bits to see if there was any cracking, any rips, any peeling. And this guy came out just fine. So that's the random bottom shelf for Detolf 2. Let's take one more gander. Oh, I really don't know how reviewers do this. My arms are killing me. I don't know how much more I could talk. Alright, so let's close this guy up. And go for the last Detolf. Oh, let's open up. So this is primarily 3A robots. These weird looking bucket head robot things with fingers and big old guns. Let's see if I can, there we go. There's a little cutie bot over there. Alright, let's go with the top shelf. So these are World War robot. That's what they're called. I've stopped collecting these guys because, not because they're expensive or anything, it's because it's the same mold, you know? I mean, how many of the same mold are you going to buy? So after I bought these 4, I'm like, yep, I'm done, I'm good. Because I don't need any more of the same looking robots, but only the paints are different. I just got the ones I like and done. So as you can see, they have that nice rusted looking faded, like these bots have really been used up in the battlefields. Like maintenance isn't there. It's like the detail's insane. Then we have these little cats. Again, I don't know the story behind these guys. They just look cool. Then there's a second shelf of more buckethead looking robots. Now there is a Linkin Park robot of these type of molds. But they go up, man. These prices. If you have a chance to get 3A stuff like these robots, I suggest you guys get them. Because they are so limited and so niche Like, not a lot of people collect them, at least to my knowledge. Like, you go to YouTube, you don't find a lot of reviews for these guys. The most recent reviews you'll find is probably from 5 years ago. Look at that. Like, all these fingers articulate. The knuckles, they move. They can grab stuff. If you could see that. All these, they move. So you have a chance to get them, because the price is they're only gonna get higher. And if the company ThreeA decides to not produce these guys anymore, they go out of business or something, and brother, you're in trouble. There goes the bikes. Okay. And we have these guys. These guys are so funny. Because they got little eyeballs. So it makes them look a little dumb. These dumb little robots. Like they don't know what they're doing. Like I said before, it's like the mold, it's the same. It's just the paint apps and the accessories. They change it up, but there's only so much I'm willing to collect before it's like the same thing. So why waste money on the same figure over and over? Because they don't add any more, and that's it. We have this guy, this little guy. Let's see, there we go. With his big old family. Oops. Then we have the very last shelf. Now these guys are called Caesars. Like I said, these three right here, it's the same mold. It's just different color, different paint apps. So how many of these guys will I buy before I go, what the hell? Just I'm buying the same thing over and over again. But the detail, man. That detail is, you can't compare it. I mean, if you're at a toy fair or something and you have a chance to get these guys, then get them. They're a real shelf presence, these guys. Like if you have an office and you have just one of these guys just propped up, people will start asking, man, hey, how much is that? You selling it? Yeah, I had that before, and that's why I stopped bringing them to the office. Again, apologies for the weird lighting adjustments. I'm trying to get used to this. Hello. Yeah, so these are the Caesars. Now I've stopped collecting ThreeA robots a while back because of the mold thing, and you know, they're really hard to find here, and if you do find them, the sellers are like, oh, well, it's pretty rare. Well, it's about $1,000 for them, just for one. And they don't say it like this guy's $1,000. They'll be really stupid and say, well, you know, this little guy is $1,000, and this guy is like small. It's like that. This is my fingers. Like that's how small. It's like, oh. So people will take advantage of that, unfortunately. I mean, that's how it is in the collecting world, isn't it? Always the people that tries to make the monies, and I'm the moron that pays them. Let's close this guy out. final pan. So this is my detail. My 3 little details full of very expensive high-end figures. I'm really scared for this shelf. Because these are all die cast and they are on these little flimsy glass things. So this is just gonna collapse one day. And if it does, I'm just gonna show you the aftermath. There we go. My little humble collection. And I'm scared, guys. I only started last year and this is what I've accumulated. Who knows what this year would bring, and I just started and I already got 6 on pre-order. Oh my god, I got 6 on pre-order. What have I done? I mean, I've got a lot more. Like this, I got a way more. But my arms are getting tired. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Well, not literally, oh god, it's almost an hour. This is gonna be fun to upload. I've never uploaded an hour video on YouTube before. How is that like? Again, you know, you guys can mock me for spacing, but I do what I can. And I'm trying to be more selective with the figures I'm trying to buy now. And if you guys are interested to know, my very, very, very first hot toy was this guy. Oh god, you can't even see him. Well, I'll show a picture of him. But this is my first hot toy, this guy. And yep, that's about it. Thank you for looking at my stuff. Maybe I should do a review, but god, who wants another YouTube reviewer? But what else am I gonna do with my time? Kill myself? That takes too much effort. Okay, well, bye.